Welcome back, trader, to the Jomo Crypto Trading channel where we talk all things crypto trading. And today, something very special for you guys and girls. You asked for it, and I'm delivering. How to grow a small crypto account fast. Now, this might be a bit misleading because fast doesn't depend only on you, it depends on the market and what the market gives you. But let me show you how this year, yes, 2023, you could have made at least 20-30% of your entire portfolio in returns already, or maybe even more. So I'm going to be not on the optimistic side because I want to be preservative, but I will show you you might have even better results. Let's start with AGIX, all right? So AGIX gave us two trading opportunities, right? One in the beginning of the year over here in January, and the second one in February right over here, right? Now we traded this in the group as well. So this is, I walk the walk, I don't just talk the talk, but let me show you exactly what happened, okay? We're looking at the daily, all right? So these are daily candles. Now you can see that we had a big thrust, big move from the lows. We had around, let's say 100% almost. Then we consolidated for 2 days, and then we had a breakout of this line over here, right? And we broke out. Then the same thing occurred over here. But let's go down for the hourly chart so you can see better what I'm talking about, right? So over here, what we had is this, okay? Well, this move up, right? It took a few days. On the hourly, it looks like it took a lot of time, but let me just enlarge it a little bit, right? Then we consolidated. This is the consolidation, right over here. Sorry. This is the consolidation over here. And then you can see, all right, let me just take that we made this. This was the initial move, okay? This was a lot of volume coming in on IGIX. Moreover, the narrative of AI started. Then we went down, consolidated, created a very small, all right, over here, top kind of consolidation. Some people might refer to this as a cup with handle pattern because this is a cup, this is a small handle, and then we had a breakout over here, right? So this broke out, we took the trade. Now, what would happen if you would have taken the trade, right? You had a possibility of making on this specific trade around 140, 130%, right? So let's just say you made 50% on this trade, right? If you made 50% on this trade, right? And you know what? Let's say the following. Let's say you had a 100K account, right? A 100K account, maybe 10K account, right? We want to be small, right? Maybe you said you had a 10K account, right? 10K account, all right? And you put, all right, around 10%. You know, it's easier with a 100K account, right? So the numbers will look better. 100K account, and you take 10%, all right? So 10K on a position on the trade, and you made 50%, right? Made 50%. That means that you made 5K profit, right? Profit. Perfect, all right? You made a 5K profit. Was it easy? No, trading isn't easy, but this was a perfect setup. You had a 100% move, and you could, even if you were on top of this, you could have added over here. But let's say you did add, you just made 50% of this trade, right? This was in January. Now, this gave us another opportunity, all right, right over here, to get on this horizontal line over here. You see this horizontal line on the breakout? Same thing happened, right? You had a big move up, right? This big initial move up from over here after you already made a move, consolidation area, right? Then it kind of, gave us a horizontal resistance, which I love. Small pivot, take the trade, and then what happens, right? Now I know this is in hindsight, but these are trades that we actually took, okay? So what happened over here? You took the breakout, you made 200%. Let's assume you made 50% again, right? So over here you made and another thing, and you make the same thing over here, right? So overall, you made 10K, all right, on this asset, 10K profit, all right? Now, I know we're going to show you only profit, all right, only profits, but I just want to make sure that you understand what you can do if you have a small account and if you want to grow it, all right? So then, all right, after AGX happened, FET happened, with it. Let's reset the chart, right? We are on the hourly, all right? So just bear with me. Let's go to the daily for a minute over here. Okay, perfect. So this was again in January. What happened? Sorry for that. Let's just make this a bit bigger because we want to see this bigger move first. All right, we had an initial move up from the lows with the AI narrative, all right, around 100%. We didn't took the trade at all, all right. Then we had this horizontal resistance over here, all right. So we wanted to take this breakout over here. Now you could have taken a breakout trade over here, but preferably over here, all right. Now same thing happened, right? You had a big push up, as I said. This was the big push up, right? Boom. Then you had a consolidation over here, right? And you had within it a cheat. I call it a cheat entry because you had a horizontal resistance. Let's go to the hourly so you can see it better. All right, perfect. This is how this looks on the hourly. Now I want you to see how this respected, all right, this resistance. So you had one, you had two, you had three over here, all right, and then you had three over here, and then a breakout over here, and then you retested it and continued, right? So perfect entry. What happened? Let's see what happened. All right, on the first initial move from here, you could have made, all right, let's do 200, almost 200%. Right? Let's assume you made 50. All right, you made 50% again. Right? So on a $100,000 account, you had a 10%, so a 10K position on the trade. You made 50%, 5K profit. All right, that happened in January. So Fed happened in January and IGX happened in January. So those two trades in January already 10K. But AGIX happened in February as well. Let's see what happened over here. Same thing. You had this big up move of the trade that we talked about. You had a consolidation, all right? And then you had a breakout over here, right? So over here, you should have bought the breakout of the entire move. And then what happened, all right? I know, I'm simplifying it, but I'm trying to run fast through all the trades. You made another 100% move. Let's say you made, all right, another 50% on a 10% of the account. That's another 5K profit. So overall, again, you had 10K profit overall in these two trades, right? 10K profit in these two trades, all right? So to summarize so far, we have 20K profit from $100,000 account. So that's 20% of your account so far. Now I know maybe you took some losses as well, but when you take small losses, let's say 10% on a trade, but you make 50%, that's a 5-to-1, all right? A 5-to-1, you make a lot more money when you're right than when you are wrong. All right, so let's move to Magic. Magic, another opportunity. Let's go to a daily. I'm going to run through this faster, okay? So this was a new type coin, all right? It had a consolidation over here. We bought the breakout of this top, the local top that we had over here. We bought the breakout right over there. Now you could have entered earlier, we didn't. If you bought the breakout, you could have made, all right, in total, let's see, 131%. But let's assume you made only 50% on a trade, right? So that's another 5K profit on the account, right? Now you see the theme, all right? You find good coins that have good momentum. They have a narrative of some sort, and you find a pivot to buy the breakout on them. Then you let them, you sell into strength, all right? You don't catch the full top. You don't wait for the full top. You sell along the way. So overall, all your sales, let's say you sold at 20%, 50%, 70%, 100%, and you get a roughly 50%, right? Sorry for the math, but you made 50% on this trade, all right? Again, in February, you can see this happen. Well, January and February, right? Perfect. Now let's move to CAS, all right? Another example, I'm going to move quite fast to CAS. CAS had a big up move from here, all right? Actually from here, but let's assume from here to here, 124%. Then it had a perfect consolidation. This was beautiful, right? I went balls deep on this because this was a beautiful consolidation. Then a breakout over here. We added it on a group over here as well. Overall, this trade could have resulted in around 176%. But let's say, all right, you made 50% on a 10K position, right? So that's another 5K. So I'm sorry, the math is already wrong because we already made 20K. So actually, that is from 120. You made from 120, but you left the position size as usual, right? So we made another 5K profit on CAS, right? As you can see, you could have added as well. We did add, but let's say you didn't and assume. And I know I'm simplifying it because I'm trying to run fast, but You see again, it's a new type coin, all right? Moved high fast, had a nice narrative, had a hype, moved, you took the trade, move on, all right? DMTR. DMTR is a nice one, right? A bit different one, but as you can see, it had a huge move from the lows, all right? It didn't have any narrative, but this was a huge move from the lows, right? Whenever I see something this big happen, I want to follow it. Then it had a consolidation over here. Then it gave us a really small pivot over here, right? This was a really small pivot over here, and a breakout of this pivot was where we took the trade, right? Right over here, okay? Now maybe you could have waited over here, okay? That was another way, this support line from here, another way, but we took it over here. You could have added in a breakout, it doesn't matter. Let's assume we took the trade on the second entry. You could have made 100%. Let's assume you made 50% on this trade, okay? All right, so now it's not 120, now it's already 125, and you made another 5K, right? So that's 130, okay? So moving on, all right? You see, we're making money. Now I know we might have losses, but don't be picky with me right now. I'm trying to show you how you can, not easily, but how you can, with the same tactics, the same mechanism of understanding what you're looking for, you can increase your portfolio even in a bear market, right? Credit, kind of quite similar story, all right? I'm not going to go all the way into it, but you can see 200% from the low, then consolidation over here, then it showed us a tightening over here and a breakout of this area over here. Same thing, okay? What happened? Same thing over here. You could have made roughly around, 235%, but let's say we have 100% account, that we already have 130 in our account, all right? 130 in our account. You took a 10% position, all right? So that's 10, well, not 10K, 10% of your initial capital position. You made 50%, you made 5K. You see, I'm not trying to compound. I'm not trying to compound over here, all right? No compounding, just the same position size as we started. So another 5K profit, right? Let's move for the last one. The last we took very recent, all right? So Pepe, we had a big push from the lows, all right, over here. What happens over here? That's not what I wanted to show. What happened? Show me the gains, all right? So 360% from the lows, huge, right? Then very short, very, very, very short consolidation, right? A bit different from the other type of trades we had so far, but it had this huge hype. We all know how big of a hype Pepe had, all right? So we bought the breakout, all right? Let's say we assume we bought it over here, and then you could have made roughly around from the trade over here another 200%. Let's say you made, all right, you made 5K, we had it 135, now it's 135 the account, all right, and another 5K, so 35, all right. So overall, adding the 135 to this 5K profit, all right, we could have resulted so far in $40K profit in 5 months of trading, all right? That is a 40% return on capital, all right, without compounding, without compounding, all right? Without compounding, perfect. That sounds good, right? How does that sound? Sounds fantastic, sounds fabulous. I love it. I know we all love it. Now, I know this is very, very simple. I simplified it very much. Take into account, this is not probably how you will result. It depends how skilled you are, how much experience you have, all right? Do you know your edge? Do you know how to take this specific edge I'm painting, all right? Now, I know my edge. Maybe you don't know your edge, but you can learn your edge, you can search for it, you can read books, you can follow other traders, you can do whatever you wish. But this is how you build an account, even a small account. So even if you have a 10K account in the beginning, you would have made 4K, all right, in 5 months. Now that is a very small account, right? But it's still a 40% return. And maybe if you had a smaller account, you instead of taking only 10%, all right, position, you took 20% position, and then you'll be already in $8,000 profit, all right, 80% return on initial capital, and that's something else entirely. All right, so this is how you turn a small account, grow a small account in crypto fast. If you want to ask me further question about this, leave a comment in the description. If you agree with me, leave a comment. If you don't agree with me, leave a comment. Tell me why am I wrong. If you like it, like, subscribe. I would appreciate it, of course. And if you really want to dive deep, all right, if you really want to dive deep into my trading, you can always go to my group where I teach what I do, all right. I don't only talk the talk, okay, I walk the walk. That is what I try to do at all times, all right. It's very, very, very important for me to try and do this at all times, and to try to teach, all right, what I can, and to make sure that you learn from what I do. And of course, I show you all the trades that I do, and you don't need to wait, right? So I do the heavy lifting for you, so you wouldn't if you don't have any time, okay? So this is my page. You can go to the comment section, see the link in the description. Just go and choose any. You can choose only the analyst trader. Maybe you want to get only daily updates or write video updates of what I think about the market, how I view the market, or maybe you do want to get those signals, those trade execution directly to your email. Perfect. You can just take this, all right, the recommended. I think that is perfectly fine because I give all the signals, all the executions. Whatever I do, you can do with me, okay? I hope you loved it. I hope you liked it, and stay tight.